So I've discovered a really kind of like easy way to discipline when I'm doing my virtual classes, specifically on OutSchool. I typically will over compliment, and I use that term very loosely because I think you can never have too many compliments, especially from someone that you look up to. And all of my students thankfully do look up to me, so they want my approval. So I go out of my way to compliment them on things that I want to see throughout the class. So if they are listening and when they're listening, I make sure I emphasize, wow, you're such a great listener, especially at the beginning. Or I'll point out specific students, wow, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for following directions, this, that, and the third. And I noticed that this really worked when I was teaching a Zumba class for a therapist. And she had like a 2-part, and it was like 30 kids per session. It was just like, it was crazy. It was so fun, but they were all in the same room on the same screen. So it was a little bit of a challenge. And there were these few little boys, boys are adventurous, and they were kind of just like being disruptive and just like running all over the place. So I didn't call them out. I just mentioned, thank you everyone who is following directions. Oh my gosh, you guys are such great listeners. And so then the boys kind of like amped up a little bit, and I just totally ignored their behavior and continued to say how great everyone was. I didn't say specifically you in the red dress or you in the pink. I just said, thank you guys so much for listening. Oh, you guys are so awesome. Let's do this one now, because this was a Zumba class. Let's do this thing now. And then the boys who were not following directions ended up just self-correcting. And as soon as they course corrected, I gave such credit to them. And I say, I see you guys in the front. You guys are so awesome. You're staying on task. And from there, then I didn't have any more, because I wouldn't even say I had problems with them, because saying that they were causing a problem would be an exaggeration. They were not causing a problem. They were just being children who wanted to just run around. But as soon as I noticed that they were, following directions and doing the moves and things, then I didn't have a problem with anybody else. And so I continued throughout the rest of the class to just really highlight everybody in the room. And when they wanted to show me who their best friends were, I have a real interest, because I do love working with the children. So like, they're like, look at my this. And I always give them the opportunity. Yeah, let me see. Like, of course I want to see whatever this thing is that you want to present to me. Like, of course I want to go through your Apple Watch with you and you show me every single avatar that you made of everybody in your entire family. Like, of course I want to see that, because I have a genuine interest in their experiences. And so I've noticed that helps them connect with me. They have a baseline level of respect for me, and they like when I am happy and when I am approving of what they're doing, because ultimately everybody, and especially children, just want to be seen, they want to feel safe, and they want to feel heard. So I go out of my way to let them know I am seeing you, I am hearing you, I do value you, your opinion matters to me, and let's make sure that we're staying on task. But I do that because in a way that's not super direct, because additionally, I'm not their parent. I'm the fun life coach. I'm the person you come to when it's been a long day and you want to have a good time. And then underneath that, I plant seeds of confidence. I plant seeds of self-awareness. I plant a lot of seeds of critical thinking skills, because I feel like that is so important. And I let them be who they are. So I also know it is not my job to be, disciplining them and telling them what they should and shouldn't do. That is not my job. That is not what I'm here to do. I'm here to be a safe space for them to be able to grow and cultivate and to become the best possible versions of themselves. And so I find around the way things to discipline, but I prefer to say course correct. Another thing, I only bring this out, like, this is the big guns when they're really, because sometimes that doesn't work. 9 times out of 10 it does, but that 10% when a child, one of my students, is just feeling a little bit different, I will then bring out the guilt trip. because children want to be friends, all right? And I understand that there's a certain, a level of separation, but I am not above guilt tripping my students. So if they're really, really being super hyper and super, not really paying attention to what's going on, I will start to be like, you don't want to be my friend anymore. And they're like, wait, what? Like, what are you talking about? I'm like, because, friends listen to each other, and well, you're not listening to me. And that makes me very sad. And I'll just really play it up. And then at that point, they're like, wait, I do want to be your friend. I was just joking. I'm like, yeah, but you're just not listening. And I don't know what to do. And that just makes me so sad. And then they're like, no, that's not what I meant. I'm sorry. And then at that point, they get it together because we've established a bond. Like the students that I have regularly, we've established a bond. I'm never upset. I never get mad at them. Even, children sometimes come out with their snide remarks, and I let them, because I know what it's like to be a child. You have an opinion, and that's fine. And so even when they have their moments, I don't acknowledge it. It doesn't bother me, because kids are kids and they have a right to have their thoughts and opinions, whether I agree with them or not. They have a right, and I make it a safe space. So when I do express that I'm sad or I'm not pleased, it lands more because I'm not always doing that. I'm very intentional with my interactions so that they know, okay, Miss Ayana approves of this. Oh, she doesn't approve of that. And most of them don't even know my name. They just know that I'm a safe space. And I don't care if they know my name. I don't care if they, say, yes, ma'am, and sit a certain way when I walk in or when we're in class together. What I care about is that when class is over, they're not ready to leave. They're like, wait. What's your favorite animal? And I'm like, okay, I'll tell you my favorite animal is, but that's what makes me feel good. I don't need their, submission to do what I say when I say it and all that stuff. What I need is to know that I make enough of an impact on them and enough of space where they want to behave properly, and because then they want that interaction. And when class is over, they are upset. They want class to be longer and will try to find every way under the sun to extend the time that we have together. And that's how I know that I'm doing my job. My job as their online laptop life coach or Zumba teacher or Imagination Land or whoever is to be a support system. And so that is why I choose to course correct versus discipline. And thankfully, I've never had a disciplinary problem with any of my students, even with the large Zumba class. Once they course corrected, I immediately applauded them and let them know that I was happy with that. And then we didn't have any problems. So yeah. Once again, my name is Ayana, also known as the Laptop Life Coach, and I hope to see you and your child at one of my classes. And of course, if you want to work with me one-on-one, you can also send me an email at thelaptoplifecoach@gmail.com. Until then, bye.